We are just days away from a night that could change the landscape of WrestleMania. This Sunday, it's the Elimination Chamber in Perth, Australia. But tonight, we are live in the home of the Sharks, the SAP Center in San Jose, California, where the Intercontinental Championship will be contested. It's a highly anticipated Survivor Series rematch as Imperium's Ludwig Kaiser takes on the ruler, the champion, Oba Femi. That kicks us off in moments here on Raw. And days before the Elimination Chamber, multiple interpromotional matches are signed on. SmackDown's Bayley has made the trip home to San Jose. She goes one-on-one with Raw's Jade Cargill in this interpromotional matchup. Certainly an opportunity to build momentum towards the Elimination Chamber on Sunday night. Same can be said about this contest between SmackDown's Oscilla, Big Bronson Reed, one-on-one with Monday Night Raw's Sami Zayn. The Elimination Chamber approaches on Sunday. Who is going to build that momentum? But before the first bell sounds here on Monday Night Raw, the High Chief, the Final Boss, and the self-proclaimed #1 contender for the undisputed WWE Championship. The Rock is live on Monday Night Raw from San Jose. Just as The Rock will be this Sunday night at Opus Stadium, Perth, Australia, where the Great One, the Final Boss, will go head-to-head with the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. It is coming up Sunday night at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. The undisputed WWE Championship will be at stake. The winner takes the gold into WrestleMania. The Rock looking to take away the WWE Championship from Cody Rhodes. Finally, bring it back to the Bloodline. Will The Rock do what he promised to do, or will the American Nightmare shine once more and once again tear down the Bloodline and all they hope to accomplish? It is going to be a battle on Sunday. Just as Cody Rhodes told The Rock to his face it would be last week in Los Angeles. Cody Rhodes went through a war at the Royal Rumble with the greatest of all time, John Cena, to capture the undisputed WWE title. This Sunday night comes his first defense. And look at the challenger that awaits the American Nightmare. The Rock, months ago, had pinned the OTC Roman Reigns up against John Cena in hopes it was Roman Reigns who brought the WWE Championship back to the Bloodline. He failed to do so. The Rock then hoped that either Jacob Fatu or Solo Sikoa would win the Royal Rumble matchup. Both those men failed to do so. The Rock stated a number of weeks ago that if he wants something done right, the Final Boss will do it himself. The winner of the championship matchup on Sunday walks into Las Vegas, Nevada, Sunday night, March the 8th, to defend the undisputed WWE Championship against the Royal Rumble match winner, CM Punk. But The Rock is live to kick things off from the SAP Center here on Monday Night Raw. Oh, wait a minute here. Well, this is about the last person I expected to interrupt the final boss. The Bloodline Samoan Werewolf, Jacob Fatu, is on the scene. Well, of course, Fatu's set for a battle against John Cena on Sunday night at the Elimination Chamber, but the hell's he doing out here right now, interrupting The Rock of all people? The Rock staking his claim that he is going to put a hurting on Cody Rhodes come Sunday, and Cody will hand over the undisputed WWE Championship, but I don't see how that concerns Jacob Fatu at the given moment. Well, we got questions, but I think Fatu's about to give us some answers here on Monday Night Raw. Well, that was a interesting confrontation, to say the least. Jacob Fatu with, dare I say, a couple of choice words for The Rock, but I guess all is good in the end, because The Rock agreeing to make this matchup for Sunday night, Jacob Fatu and John Cena, now to be contested under no countouts and no disqualifications. And what about that main event, Jacob Fatu versus the WWE Champion Cody Rhodes, right here tonight?
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it's for the WWE Intercontinental Championship.
Well, nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, huge developing story to kick things off tonight. But we got an Intercontinental Championship matchup to move into. One that Ludwig Kaiser has been anticipating since he lost the gold back at Survivor Series. Kaiser hoping to take back the Intercontinental Championship he once held, but the ruler, Oba Femi, stands in his way. This is going to be a good one here from San Jose, California on Monday Night Raw.
Introducing the challenger from Hamburg, Germany, weighing in at 220 pounds, Ludwig Kaiser.
Well, dare I say, Ludwig Kaiser has done a hell of a job pissing off Oba Femi as of late. Remember back on the final Raw of last year, Oba Femi had successfully defended the Intercontinental Championship for the very first time since winning the gold against Sami Zayn. It was a short-lived celebration because Kaiser had hit the ring after the matchup, ambushed Oba Femi, and cracked Oba Femi over the skull with his very own Intercontinental gold. A couple of weeks ago as well, Imperium, Ludwig Kaiser, as well as the Ring General Gunther, picking up the tag team victory over the Apex Predator Randy Orton, as well as the Intercontinental Champion Oba Femi. Really, the tag team win that put Kaiser over the top as the rightful next challenger for the Intercontinental title. Question is, will Kaiser be able to make the most of this opportunity? Can he figure out where he went wrong a couple of months ago? Standing in his way is one of the most intimidating and dominating forces that Monday Night Raw has to offer. The ruler, the Intercontinental Champion, Oba Femi, set to walk down the aisle here on Monday Night Raw.
And his opponent from Lagos, Nigeria, weighing in at 273 pounds, the WWE Intercontinental Champion, Oba Femi!
Well, again, as we mentioned, Oba Femi already with a successful championship defense under his belt, going back to the last Raw of 2025, the Slammy Award edition in Chicago. Oba Femi defeating Sami Zayn on that night. You are looking at the man who was voted by you, the fans, the 2025 Breakout Superstar of the Year for a reason. He is looking for that much more success in 2026. And now his first championship defense of the new year comes against an old foe in Ludwig Kaiser. Will Oba Femi be able to keep down the road to WrestleMania still with that Intercontinental gold around his waist? We are set for a good one here. Days before the Elimination Chamber in Perth, Australia, the Intercontinental Championship is on the line here on Monday Night Raw. Ludwig Kaiser, the challenger. Oba Femi, the champion. Little role reversal from the last time out at Survivor Series. Remember Oba Femi back in the fall winning that #1 Contenders Tournament just to earn his right to challenge Ludwig Kaiser for the Intercontinental Championship. Oba Femi went into Madison Square Garden a few months ago as a deserving challenger and walked out, certainly a champion that earned his right to hold the title. Let's see if Ludwig Kaiser over the last 2 months has been able to figure out where he went wrong against Oba Femi at Survivor Series. Gold's on the line. Kaiser, put up or shut up. Can he win back the gold here tonight in San Jose? Oba Femi, of course, going to do what he does best. Rely on his size and strength against the cunning and precise Ludwig Kaiser inside of that ring. He looks to make sure Oba Femi is not going to be the aggressor in the early moments of this matchup. Ludwig Kaiser always with a trick or two up his sleeve. Oba Femi's got to be careful of that. There you see Kaiser. Referee better step in. That could be an illegal choke there. He's trying to do all he can to weaken the Intercontinental Champion in the early moments of this matchup. For Ludwig Kaiser trying to do one good for Imperium. You remember what happened 2 weeks ago? Randy Orton and Gunther rolling out here to the arena. Orton RKO'd Gunther straight through the announce table, which then led us to last week where Gunther was unable to compete, not cleared for competition. He was originally signed on to meet Seth Rollins in that Elimination Chamber qualifying matchup. Carmelo Hayes ended up taking Gunther's spot. It was a hell of a battle last Monday night. There you see Oba Femi looking to make sure Kaiser's not going to be cleared for competition. After this exchange, here tonight in the SAP Center, deadlifting Kaiser off the mat into that old school power slam. Only a 1 count that time, says referee Adrian Butler. Hell of a maneuver, nevertheless, by the Intercontinental Champion. We're, of course, on the road to WrestleMania. Saturday night, March the 7th, Sunday night, March the 8th. In the Legion Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm sure both of these individuals would love to walk down the aisle at the grandest stage of them all as the reigning, defending Intercontinental Champion. Tonight could be very consequential into seeing who is going to walk into WrestleMania next month with the Intercontinental Gold. There's Ludwig Kaiser trying to fight back, and Oba Femi saying, "Nuh-uh, not today." Kaiser, I'm sure, has replayed the tape, replayed the footage in his mind time and time again. Their clash at the Survivor Series back in the fall. Middle of the world's most famous arena, Madison Square Garden, New York City. Gotta be one of the most heartbreaking losses of Kaiser's career, losing the Intercontinental Championship that I'll bite he earned. The beginning of the fall at his homeland in Germany, with a huge victory over the Apex Predator Randy Orton. Certainly the biggest victory of Kaiser's career, no doubt about it. Tonight could be the second. See if Kaiser can become a two-time Intercontinental Champion and hand Oba Femi a rare loss since Oba Femi arrived on Monday Night Raw on the Raw after WrestleMania last year. Ludwig Kaiser's got Femi a little bit down, a little bit out right now. We've seen Oba Femi in these predicaments before. Just because you think you got him beat doesn't mean you actually do. It ain't over till Oba hears a bell, and that incredible maneuver might be where we hear a bell. Out of the corner, great strength by Kaiser to muscle Oba Femi up. Unfortunately, not enough to find the 3 count. That's what Kaiser's got to do. He's got to get a little bit creative. He's got to push the pace here. Kaiser cannot allow Oba Femi to dictate the progression of this matchup. Kaiser's got to be the aggressor just as he is right now. Measuring his man here, allowing Oba Femi to get to his feet, which I don't believe Kaiser would allow unless he had a game plan, but he might have gave Oba Femi too much time. For some R&R, and a backbreaker to the challenger. The ruler would love nothing more than to walk into his first WrestleMania. Next month is the Intercontinental Champion. Kaiser, however, may not give him a choice. Landed on his feet. Oba Femi didn't realize. And he might have just got knocked out with that soccer-like punt kick. And Oba Femi still in this matchup. Kaiser nearly taking away the Intercontinental Championship to kick things off here on Monday Night Raw. Ludwig Kaiser giving Oba Femi his damnedest tonight. I'm sure Oba expected Kaiser to be aggressive in this matchup, to try to think on his feet and do things that he didn't do back at Survivor Series. The question is, will Oba Femi be able to adapt now, seeing that Kaiser is clearly bringing his best? There's a big shot by Oba Femi, well-timed reversal. Femi now goes behind, and Kaiser goes up and down. Nothing fancy about it, but certainly effective. Oba could be softening him up for the fall from grace. As Ludwig Kaiser looking worse for wear. Gets set to the far corner. Femi full head of steam. Squashing him in the corner. This is where Femi starts to thrive. Scoop and a slam, and down goes the challenger, dead center of the ring. Kaiser gave this match his best thus far, nearly had the Intercontinental Championship on a couple of occasions, but has his window of opportunity closed as Oba Femi about to coast to a championship retention now. A big boot right to the spine. You want to talk about nothing fancy about it. That'll certainly put you down for good. Kaiser's going to feel that one tomorrow morning. Oh, there's a reversal there by the challenger. Well-timed shoulder right to the abdominal, now hanging Oba Femi up in the top rope. That's what we said earlier. Kaiser's always got a trick or two up his sleeve. Rolled to the outside, knowing he was going to be able to go Oba Femi in. Now on the middle rope. Here comes Kaiser. High elevation blockbuster. Takes the champion down once more. Just when you thought Oba Femi was back in control, Ludwig Kaiser throwing Femi off his game. Wait a minute here. Femi off the sidestep. Scooping a slam once more. And sets Kaiser down. Uh-oh. San Jose on their feet. Oba Femi starting to rally. Down he goes. Kaiser getting thrown from pillar to post throughout this matchup. And a fall from grace by the ruler. That'll do it. Oba Femi retains the Intercontinental Championship.
Here is your winner, the WWE Intercontinental Champion, Oba Femi.
Well, dare I say, Ludwig Kaiser in control for a hell of a lot of this matchup, nearly taking the championship away on multiple occasions. But as we said before, it ain't over with Oba Femi until you hear a bell. Oba Femi sending Kaiser up, driving him through the canvas, and retaining his title. Uh-oh, Penta in the ring. And dare I say, some unfinished business between those two men. Femi handed Penta his one and only loss. Penta eliminated Femi from the Royal Rumble. Penta may be setting his sights on the Intercontinental Championship.
In case you've been living under a rock, WWE is on fire right now.
Professional wrestling is electrifying once again.
And next year, we're bringing the show of shows to Las Vegas. WrestleMania in the entertainment capital of the world. Only question is, are you ready?
Well, we're back live on Monday Night Raw, and there you see the final boss, The Rock, looks to be chatting it up with Solo Sikoa, the Bloodline. Certainly an interesting way to kick off Raw earlier tonight between The Rock and Jacob Fatu. And of course, speaking of that interaction, Jacob Fatu putting himself into this matchup with the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, the WWE Champion, getting thrown to the wolves just days before he defends that gold against The Rock at the Elimination Chamber. Rhodes, Fatu, it's coming up tonight. We are set to be joined by the WWE Women's Champion, the Prodigy, Roxanne Perez. Roxanne, of course, retaining that championship several weeks ago back at the Royal Rumble against recent rival and Lyra Valkyria. But Roxanne Perez got to be focused on what is to come this Sunday at the Elimination Chamber. The Women's Elimination Chamber matchup. Superstars from Raw and SmackDown going to enter the field. The last woman standing, the winner of that equation, is going to WrestleMania to challenge this woman, Roxanne Perez, for the championship gold that is around her waist. Gotta wonder what Perez's thoughts are as we head towards the Elimination Chamber in Perth on Sunday night. Oh, well, Roxanne Perez drawing a line in the sand towards every woman inside the Elimination Chamber, but here comes the woman who she costed a spot in that chamber last week on Raw. Dare I say, somebody Perez is a little bit nervous about getting in the squared circle again with. The woman she cheated out of victory back at the Royal Rumble. The former women's champion in Lyra Valkyria, who's obviously got something on her mind regarding Roxanne Perez and their recent problems here on Raw. Oh, well, Roxanne Perez ain't interested in anything Lyra's got to say. Cheap shot with the microphone to Lyra Valkyria. Oh, well, Lyra ain't gonna take that lying down. Lyra didn't come out here for a fight, but she'll certainly welcome one. Valkyria spitting nothing but truth against the WWE Women's Champion. Perez cheated Lyra out of victory at the Royal Rumble and cost her a spot inside the Elimination Chamber. There's no way Perez can spit in those actions. Lyra taking the fight to the champion. Lyra Valkyria's got a score to settle with Roxanne Perez, and one way or another, she's hell-bent on getting back the title. Well, unfortunately for Lyra, it'll not be her going to WrestleMania. It'll be one of these 6 women: Liv Morgan, Bayley, Jade Cargill, Becky Lynch, Rhea Ripley, Tiffany Stratton. The 6 women who enter the Elimination Chamber on Sunday night. Last woman standing will challenge Roxanne Perez for the Women's Championship at WrestleMania. But we got more action here on Monday Night Raw.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Weighing in at 212 pounds. Sami Zayn!
Well, we know what's on the line in the Women's Elimination Chamber matchup, but what about the Men's Chamber bout on Sunday? A spot to challenge Damian Priest from SmackDown for the World Heavyweight Championship in Las Vegas. Sami Zayn, AJ Styles, Big Bronson Reed, Seth freaking Rollins, Solo Sikoa, and Austin Theory, the 6 superstars who will enter the Elimination Chamber on Sunday, who will battle Damian Priest in Las Vegas for the Heavyweight Championship of the World. Sami Zayn, who once again defeated his old best friend Kevin Owens a number of weeks ago to qualify for the Elimination Chamber, unfortunately was dropped by an attack from Kevin Owens after that matchup. But Zayn has got to put his issues with his old friend behind him. He has got to focus on the task tonight, and of course is what is to come at the Elimination Chamber, an opportunity to go to WrestleMania. Big interpromotional matchup on hand, and Big Bronson Reed standing in Sami Zayn's way.
And his opponent from Black Forest, South Australia, weighing in at 330 pounds, Big Bronson Reed.
The Auszilla, this walking weapon of mass destruction, is going to feel right at home on Sunday, not only inside of the confines of the dangerous and chaotic Elimination Chamber, but of course he's going to be fighting on home soil in Perth, Australia. Big Bronson Reed, dare I say, may be the odds-on favorite come Sunday night in the Elimination Chamber matchup. But tonight, he represents SmackDown in this interpromotional bout. 2 of the superstars who will compete in the Men's Elimination Chamber set to clash here on Monday Night Raw. Sami Zayn with a big task ahead of him. Big Bronson Reed competing in his first match here on Raw since last March prior to being drafted to Thursday Night SmackDown. Well, here we go. This should be a good one here on Monday Night Raw. Bronson Reed, of course, qualified for the Elimination Chamber by defeating the megastar LA Knight, a man he had been at odds with for months on SmackDown. But after their war a couple of weeks ago, I think it's safe to say that Reed has put LA Knight behind him and now looks to move forward on the one goal that he has had since joining SmackDown last year, and that's becoming World Heavyweight Champion. Nearly a year-long odyssey for the Auszilla on SmackDown, chasing after the big gold belt. Will he finally be able to capture that gold if he gets through the Elimination Chamber and goes to WrestleMania? It needs to be seen if Bronson Reed is going to be that man, or maybe it'll be Sami Zayn, a man who is very familiar with being the underdog in every situation he's ever been in his career. Zayn, a former World Tag Team Champion, former Intercontinental Champion, of course, former NXT Champion many moons ago, but has never been a World Champion here in WWE. That opportunity could come if he could survive the Elimination Chamber on Sunday and head into WrestleMania against Damian Priest. Bronson Reed really sending a message to not only Sami Zayn, but every man inside of the men's Elimination Chamber match on Sunday night. Absolutely one-way traffic since the bell sounded here in San Jose, California. There's Sami Zayn rolled to the apron, trying to fight back. Trying to figure out a way to get the big man off his feet and hanging him up to the top rope. Certainly a way to do so. Now Sami Zayn scaling said rope. From the heavens he comes with the Swanton Bomb, taking a standing big Bronson Reed off his feet. Sami Zayn bringing the fight to the Auszilla. No backing down. Reed rolled to the outside here. Trying to get his wherewithal, but I think Sami Zayn has got something in mind. Suicide dive to the inside and the outside, taking Reed off his feet. Sami Zayn throwing caution to the wind just to knock the big man down, but how the hell's he gonna keep him there? Sami now sitting down with it. Little moonsault action. Well, he's doing a hell of a job of throwing Bronson Reed off his game, but Sami Zayn has got to find a way to get the big man in the ring and keep him down for the 3. Rare task, just ask the SmackDown locker room who have been dealing with Bronson Reed over the last year. And Sami, look at that, went inside the ring to break the count, knowing he was going to need a couple extra seconds to get the big man up and back inside of the ring, and that unfortunately allowed Bronson Reed to get back in control here as he hangs Sami Zayn up in the ropes this time. The Auszilla, just when you think you got him out, this man, like anybody else, like nobody else, we should say, just rises like a phoenix. There's a reason we call this man the walking weapon of mass destruction. And Sami Zayn in the drop zone. And Bronson Reed might have just put this match to bed. Oh, not just yet, Sami Zayn kicking out. Huge kick out that time by one of the 6 members of the Elimination Chamber on Sunday night in Australia. Bronson Reed not happy, not satisfied with that kick out by Sami, and just scrape it up and disrespect in the face. Again, Bronson Reed has been on a tyrant on SmackDown for the last year, trying to become the World Heavyweight Champion. He's had a couple of opportunities, one going back to last summer, the last coming in the fall at Survivor Series. Bronson Reed would have one excuse for another as to why those matches did not go his way and why he didn't leave the heavyweight champion of the world. But certainly no excuses would be made if Bronson Reed is the last man standing inside of the Elimination Chamber on Sunday. In Australia, on his home soil, he's got history with Damian Priest, and I'm sure he would love to conclude at WrestleMania. Reed with a lot riding on the matchup comes Sunday night in Perth. And if this keeps up, Sami Zayn might not make it to Perth. Bronson Reed making the trip over from SmackDown here on Monday Night Raw, and he's about to leave a body in his way. Uh-oh, Zayn creates a little bit of distance, springboard, tornado DDT. Got a strike, high risk, high reward. Sami Zayn gets the big man off his feet once more, now stomping away on the Auszilla, trying to keep him down for the 3. San Jose in loud support of Sami Zayn, who's on the middle rope and drops the hammer. All of a sudden, this matchup has been turned on its head, and oof. Well, Sami Zayn just caught one of those tree trunk-sized legs of Bronson Reed right to the head. Oh, but fighting back nevertheless. The underdog for a reason, not gonna stop fighting. Trying to stop the heart, stop the soul, stop the desire to compete right out of the Auszilla. Oh, come on now. Well, here's Kevin Owens making his way down the aisle. We talked about the Elimination Chamber qualifier a few weeks ago. Zayn victorious once again over Owens, and Owens dropped him with an attack after the matchup. Owens reminding Sami Zayn that their issues are far from done. And that momentary distraction could allow Big Bronson Reed to get back in control, as if he needed the help, as if he needed the assistance. Just when you thought Sami Zayn might be on his way to a huge upset here on Monday Night Raw, Bronson Reed, with an assistance from Kevin Owens, is back in control. Sami Zayn ragdolled into the corner by the SmackDown representative. Bronson Reed mowing over Sami. Big senton. And he's not done just yet. I think we know what comes next. Tsunami! Into the cover, academic from here. Bronson Reed steamrolling into the Elimination Chamber.
Here is your winner, Big Bronson Reed.
He was amongst the final two in the Royal Rumble matchup a number of weeks ago. And come Sunday night, he could be the last man standing inside of the Elimination Chamber. Oh, well, very interesting. We saw Penta stare eye to eye with Oba Femi earlier tonight, but Carmelo Hayes saying it ain't going to be Penta coming after your gold. It's going to be the one of one. Well, nevertheless, from the men's elimination chamber to the women's, we got another interpromotional bout here in San Jose.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making her way to the ring from San Jose, California,
Bayley hopes for a successful homecoming just days before the Elimination Chamber. It's an interpromotional bout coming up next here on Raw. Can't get enough universe mode? PLE kickoff shows, live events, all exclusive to Noah Nation Gaming channel members. Hit the join button down below and gain access to more universe than ever before. We're back live inside the SAP Center in San Jose, California. SmackDown's Bayley has made the trip over to Raw right here in her hometown to go one-on-one with Monday Night Raw's Jade Cargill, who has had a bad attitude about her as of late, but you can't really knock the results that Cargill has been producing. This interpromotional bout underway here. Of course, Bayley defeating Naomi to qualify for the Elimination Chamber. Jade Cargill with a huge victory over one half of the women's tag team champions in Charlotte Flair to qualify for the Elimination Chamber a number of weeks ago as well. Now Bayley here in her hometown of San Jose looking for a huge victory over Cargill en route to the Elimination Chamber in Australia on Sunday night. Certainly a tall task ahead of Bayley. Let's see if she's able to get the job done. Veteran prowess in the corner of Bayley tonight, taking Cargill off her feet. Can't fight a woman if you can't catch her. I think Bayley knows that firsthand. We're talking about the bad attitude that Cargill has had as of late here on Monday Night Raw. Really goes back to the month of December where she was chasing Stephanie Vaquer in the Intercontinental Championship, laying out Stephanie Vaquer with attacks, beat up Kalani Jordan inside of that ring. Cargill's been trying to do all she can to create some singles opportunities for herself after spending the better part of last year in the tag team with Bianca Belair. And don't get me wrong, a very successful tag team. Left last year's WrestleMania as the women's tag team champions, held the gold for half a year here on Monday Night Raw. But Cargill obviously not looking to sit around and wait for opportunities to present themselves. She is out here making them, whether we like her attitude, doing it or not. And Bayley rolled to the outside, and Cargill not giving her any room to breathe, just cutting Bayley in half with that spear. As we talked about, Jade Cargill, whether you like the attitude, you can't knock the results, and really I'm referring to that Elimination Chamber qualifying matchup a number of weeks ago. Huge singles victory over Charlotte Flair, and by hook or by crook, Jade Cargill did it. No doubt about it, no questions asked. Look at the power by Cargill here. Hoisting the hometown superstar high in the sky, and face first she goes. Cargill now into the cover. And for another victory en route to Perth, Australia, not just yet. We saw the WWE Women's Champion Roxanne Perez out here earlier tonight, sending a message to every woman who will compete inside of the chamber on Sunday, saying it doesn't matter who the last woman standing is. When you get to WrestleMania, you simply ain't going to be good enough to defeat greatness, defeat her, and become the women's champion. Lyra Valkyria obviously had something to say about that. A lot of unfinished business there between Lyra and Roxanne. But unfortunately for Valkyria, it'll be one of the 6 women inside of the Elimination Chamber heading to WrestleMania instead. It could very well be one of these 2 women. Could be Bayley, could be Jade Cargill challenging the Prodigy for the Women's Championship at the grandest stage of them all. Bayley starting to fight back here. Give Cargill a run for her money in the middle of San Jose. Little head of steam. Oh man, what a kick! Not done just yet. Rally of the troops. Big time elbow drop in the middle of her hometown. Jade Cargill looking worse for wear. Set over the top rope. Bayley again, full head of steam, looking for the head scissors out of the ring. Got caught. Cargill, powerbomb out on the floor. Oh, man. Disaster afoot for Bayley here on Monday Night Raw. Full head of steam. Caution in the wind as she went to the outside, and Cargill gonna make her pay. Huge boot just sending Bayley nearly out of hers, and now Cargill bringing Bayley back to the soles of her feet. Cargill now hoisting Bayley high in the sky. I don't like Bayley's chances for a successful homecoming here in San Jose. Bayley has been jaded. Cargill into the cover. This one's over. Huge victory.
Here is your winner, Jade Cargill.
Well, Bayley, I'm sure, would have loved more of a competitive effort against Jade Cargill, but it just goes to show you how tough, how focused and frustrated. Hold on here. That Cargill's been as of late. Cargill going to the outside. Bayley may be out on her feet right now after that jaded moments ago. And Jade continuing to beat up Bayley at ringside. And this is the bad attitude that we're talking about that Cargill has had over the last number of months here on Raw. Hell-bent on making her name known worldwide. Hell-bent on getting the opportunities she so desires. She's already got a spot inside the Elimination Chamber. I don't know what beating up Bayley after the matchup has to do with any of Cargill's desires right now. But Bayley damn near defenseless as Jade is just picking apart the already defeated SmackDown superstar. Bayley trying to shake the cobwebs off, but it's obviously far too late. Cargill just continuing this attack, continuing to embarrass Bayley here in San Jose. Oh, hang on here. Bianca Belair, Jade's longtime tag team partner. Well, we've seen Bianca run out here before and put a stop to Cargill's attacks. And well, luckily, I think it's going to work again. Bianca telling Cargill to hit the showers. The night's over. Well, luckily for Bayley, Bianca Belair, who will not be inside of the Elimination Chamber on Sunday, arriving on the scene. Putting the stop. Oh, wait a minute here. Cargill hitting the ring. Cargill cutting Bianca in half with a spear. Jade Cargill and her bad attitude has got no time for anybody, including her longtime tag team partner, and you had to feel that this was inevitable. Bianca Belair just got jaded. Cargill making sure nobody stands in her way. In a route to the top of this industry. Well, you hate to see it, but nevertheless, ladies and gentlemen, as we are en route to the Elimination Chamber and the road to WrestleMania progresses, we want to take a look back to a couple of weeks ago here on Raw. Referred to it earlier tonight in the midst of that Intercontinental Championship matchup with Gunther and Randy Orton 2 weeks ago, brawling out of the backstage area into the arena. Gunther looked for a repeat of Hamburg, Germany, back in the fall, clearing off the announce table. Unfortunately for the ring general, it was the Viper, Randy Orton, who got the last laugh. The RKO driving Gunther through the announce table. Gunther unable to compete last week. Randy Orton taking Gunther out of that Elimination Chamber qualifying matchup indefinitely. Well, Randy Orton said back in the final Raw last year that he was hell-bent on retribution, that he would ensure that Gunther never becomes a world champion again. And taking him out of the Elimination Chamber qualifier last week certainly played in to Randy Orton's words. Randy Orton still awaits the retribution he so desires after Gunther sidelined Randy Orton back in the fall with a brutalizing, bloody beatdown in the middle of Hamburg, Germany here on Monday Night Raw. Orton has not forgotten. The WWE Universe is not forgotten. And Orton will not be settled until he drives Gunther into the canvas with an RKO and gets a 3 count. Wait a minute here. Gunther ambushing Orton at ringside. Well, Randy Orton coming out here to say his piece from what we understood about the attack 2 weeks ago and taking Gunther out of the Chamber qualifier. Gunther not looking to hear anything that Orton's got to say. Attacking Randy Orton at ringside before Orton can even enter the squared circle. This is the bad blood boiling over between these two top stars on Monday Night Raw. Well, I'm sure Gunther extremely satisfied. Not cleared to compete last week, taken out of a shot to enter the Elimination Chamber, all thanks to Randy Orton. This is now the second time that Orton has costed Gunther something substantial here on Raw. Remember Gunther in that WWE Championship matchup with John Cena a couple of months ago, nearly had it won before the return of Randy Orton. Gunther ticked off at Randy Orton just as much as Orton's ticked off at Gunther. There is unfinished business between these two men, and it's finally starting to boil over as of late. Randy Orton's sights set on the announce table as he sends Gunther right to those diamond-plated steps, and I think the Viper's looking for a repeat of 2 weeks ago. Orton drove Gunther through the announce table with an RKO. Gunther not cleared to compete because of it. But this is an in-ring competition, ladies and gentlemen. This is a fight that Gunther's brought upon himself. Gunther trying to fight back here and not allow a repeat of 2 weeks ago. I don't think the ring general would have came out here and attacked the Apex Predator if he wasn't ready for combat. Randy Orton, always ready to drop anybody at any time with the 3 most dangerous letters in all the sports entertainment. Or he could be looking for a repeat. Perched on the announce table is the Apex Predator and the ring general. Uh-oh, Gunther with a last symphony driving Randy Orton through the table. Well, you had to believe these two combustible elements were bound to explode, and after Orton took Gunther out of the Chamber qualifier 2 weeks ago, you had to believe Gunther was going to be coming back for some payback.
In case you've been living under a rock, WWE is on fire right now.
Professional wrestling is electrifying once again.
And next year, we're bringing the show of shows to Las Vegas. WrestleMania in the entertainment capital of the world. Only question is, are you ready?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it has been what I think we will look back upon as a crucial night here on Raw on the road to WrestleMania. But of course, coming up this Sunday, live at 5 p.m. Eastern Time from Perth, Australia, is the 2026 Elimination Chamber. The action begins 30 minutes prior for Donation Gaming channel members on the Elimination Chamber kickoff show, where this matchup has officially been signed courtesy of SmackDown. Dirty Dominic Mysterio defends the Cruiserweight Championship of the world against the Young OG Javon Evans and Dragon Lee in a triple threat matchup. That is going down to the kickoff show. We then move into the main show where the Women's Intercontinental Championship set to be defended. La Primera, the Dark Angel Stephanie McCare, has got a bone to pick with the Annihilator Nia Jax, who is gunning for her Intercontinental Championship. Nia took McCare out of the Elimination Chamber qualifier a few weeks ago. Some bad blood brewing. The men's Elimination Chamber matchup to determine who will challenge for the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania. Sami Zayn, Big Bronson Reed, Solo Sikoa, Austin Theory, Seth freaking Rollins, and AJ Styles. One of these 6 men will become the #1 contender. And speaking of the World's Heavyweight Champion, the man himself, Damian Priest, teams up with the #1 contenders for the WWE Tag Team titles in Jay and Jimmy Uso. They are set for a 6-man tag team matchup against the WWE Tag Team Champions, Drew McIntyre, Sheamus, and a partner still to be determined. Some combustible elements bound to explode on Sunday night. And speaking of World Championship involvement, check out Jordan Grace, who's been gunning for the Genius of the Sky. Io Sky, the Women's World Championship going to be on the line. The winner of this matchup will defend the gold at WrestleMania against the Women's United States Champion and Royal Rumble match winner, the Beautiful Madness, Julia. High stakes, high rewards there, just as there is in the Women's Elimination Chamber matchup. Liv Morgan, Bayley, Jade Cargill, Becky Lynch, Rhea Ripley, Tiffany Stratton. The winner of this matchup will challenge Roxanne Perez for the WWE Women's Championship in Las Vegas at the grandest stage of them all, WrestleMania. We found out earlier tonight the ante has been upped. It is now no countouts and no disqualifications, just as the Samoan werewolf Jacob Fatu wanted when he goes one-on-one with the greatest of all time, John Cena. We are getting close to the end of John Cena's in-ring career. The Elimination Chamber, his last time in Australia. What a night it's going to be on Sunday. And in the main event, at the Elimination Chamber, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, defends the undisputed WWE Championship against the High Chief, the Final Boss, The Rock. The winner of this matchup defends the title against Royal Rumble match winner CM Punk in Las Vegas at WrestleMania. Who's it going to be? We find out Sunday night in Australia at the Elimination Chamber. Cannot wait for the action to sound off on Sunday night at Oba Stadium. But we got one more matchup on hand here in San Jose. It's main event time on Monday Night Raw. The Samoan werewolf being let loose, courtesy of the Final Boss, The Rock.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Sacramento, California, weighing in at 285 pounds, the Samoan werewolf, Jacob Fatu.
Jacob Fatu with some very interesting, dare I say, choice words for The Rock earlier tonight. You know, we've talked about it in recent weeks. The Rock has not shied away from calling Fatu Solo and the Tongans nothing short of an army, calling them soldiers in this bloodline war, this bloodline power trip that they've been on for months here on Monday Night Raw. You know, we found out that The Rock was the man behind all the bloodline chaos last year. He's the man who brought Jacob Fatu and the Tongans into the WWE. He's the man who tried to position Solo Sikoa as the new tribal chief, but a lot of things going haywire for The Rock in recent months, and that's a big reason why The Rock looks to take away the WWE Championship from Cody on his own come Sunday. Well, regardless of what's going on in the mind of the Great One and what Jacob Fatu thinks about it, Fatu got what he wanted. No countouts and no disqualifications against John Cena on Sunday. And now The Rock gets what he wants. Jacob Fatu, the animal being let loose. Trying to soften up this man. The undisputed WWE Champion just days before that gold is on the line in Perth, Australia.
And his opponent from Atlanta, Georgia, weighing in at 220 pounds, the undisputed WWE Champion, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes.
The American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, walks into the Lion's Den tonight, one-on-one with Jacob Fatu ahead of the Elimination Chamber. Jacob Fatu earlier on talking about how Cody Rhodes is walking around pretty confident after that six-man tag team victory last week. Of course, it was Cody Rhodes teaming up with CM Punk and the greatest of all time, John Cena. Huge W in Los Angeles for the World Tag Team Champions Tama Tonga Loa and Jacob Fatu himself. Well, now Fatu and Cody's paths crossing once more here. Fatu looks to get the job done on his own, looking to beat Cody Rhodes and soften him up along the way. Fatu trying to build some momentum towards his match with John Cena on Sunday night. Trying to deliver a weekend Cody Rhodes to the final boss, The Rock, come Sunday as well. And as for Cody Rhodes, this is a chance to send one last message to the final boss. Cody Rhodes has had some incredible feats over the last couple of months, being the last man standing, the sole survivor for Team Cena back at Survivor Series, where he defeated the Bloodline, lastly eliminating the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns. That's what The Rock has continuously referred to in recent weeks. The sole reason why he wants to get his hands on Cody Rhodes, and as he said earlier tonight, dish out a hurting that Cody Rhodes has never felt before. Cody, of course, again going through an early match of the year candidate, a war of a lifetime against John Cena at the Royal Rumble to win the Undisputed Championship. Now it is The Rock who looks to take it all away, looks to crumble the success of Cody Rhodes at his feet come Sunday. Jacob Fatu looking to do an early number, but Cody Rhodes so far has had an answer for everything Fatu's throwing at him. Cody knows that Jacob Fatu is out here a man on a mission tonight. And the American Nightmare, all he's got to do is find a way to survive. Cody Rhodes, if he can defeat Jacob Fatu, pin his shoulders, not only is that going to build some huge momentum for the WWE Champion, ahead of what should be a war of attrition against The Rock on Sunday. What do you think that's going to do for Fatu? Wait a minute, Schoolboy here. Cody looking for the victory, not just yet. How do you think a victory for Cody here on Monday Night Raw would shake the confidence of Jacob Fatu as he heads one-on-one with Cena on Sunday night? You remember it was John Cena who threw out the challenge to the locker room, said he was going to be at the Elimination Chamber, said he wanted the competition. It was Fatu who accepted the challenge and then dropped John Cena with a savate kick in the ring moments later. Cena with the six-man tag team victory alongside Cody and Punk last week. If Fatu falls short to Cody tonight, John Cena may be the odds-on favorite come Sunday in Perth. Jacob Fatu looking for the victory here over Cody, and Cody able to kick out. Really, we shouldn't get ahead of ourselves calling anybody the odds-on favorite. Fatu wanted no countouts and no disqualifications for a reason. He said it earlier tonight. He wants nothing holding him back. No restrictions from trying to take John Cena out before Cena can even walk in to what would be his final matchup at WrestleMania. Jacob Fatu looking to send John Cena in an early retirement a couple of weeks short of the grandest stage. Fatu very well may get his way. There ain't nothing holding him back in Perth. Cody Rhodes looking worse for wear here as the Samoan Werewolf has started to take over in this main event clash against the undisputed champion as Fatu comes off the ring apron, collapsing Cody at ringside. Jacob Fatu all kinds of fired up. This guy is a loose cannon. Cody Rhodes, or I should say The Rock, earlier tonight, after Jacob Fatu would give it his 2 cents to the final boss, looked Jacob Fatu right in the eyes and said, you know, everybody thinks you're some uncontained wild animal, and although Fatu very much is that, The Rock seeing the other side of Fatu and called him a businessman. I mean, Jacob Fatu out here negotiating basically with the Great One tonight, and I gotta say that takes some cojones out of Jacob Fatu to do so. And you saw how The Rock replied. Gave Jacob Fatu what he wanted, but also reminded Fatu, remember who brought you into the WWE. Remember who kept you off the streets. Jacob Fatu, a dangerous background. There's a reason this man was not welcomed in WWE doors for quite some time, and obviously we came to find out in recent months that it was The Rock who opened those doors and opened his arms wide open. Jacob Fatu has been let loose for nearly a year here on Monday Night Raw, and there is a list of bodies that Jacob Fatu has ran over and destroyed along the way, and Cody Rhodes may be next. Sending this man pillar to post, coast to coast. Now cutting him in half in corner. Fatu just having his way with the undisputed champion right now. Not done just yet. Big boot right to the dome. Jacob Fatu doing exactly what he said he was going to do. Soften up Cody Rhodes, hand deliver a weekend champion of the final boss on a silver platter. Oh, went for that savant kick that knocked out John Cena a couple of weeks ago. Cody able to survive. Cody fighting back, throwing lefts, throwing rights, doing anything he's got to do to keep down the Samoan Werewolf. Cody now trying to rally here in the SAP Center. Out of the corner he comes. Bulldog dead center of the ring. And all of a sudden the WWE Champion has come alive. I am sure the final boss has got eyes on this matchup. Doing one last scouting report on a man he knows very well at this point, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. Cody's guts, Cody's resilience, Cody's heart and soul constantly on full display. Jacob Fatu, however, off the sidestep, sends Cody into the corner, and once again, knocking Cody down to size. You're going to halt the momentum and quiet the noise here in the SAP Center. Jacob Fatu could be on the verge of back-to-back monumental victories. Could be the 2 biggest victories of this man's career if he can defeat Cody Rhodes tonight and then defeat John Cena on Sunday. Oh my goodness, just ragdolled the WWE Champion. And look at Cody, defenseless, like a limp body. That may do it. Jacob Fatu into the cover. Another close call here in your Monday Night Raw main event. Cody Rhodes looking up at the lights. Not even sure if anybody's home. Fatu on the middle rope. Fatu, look at the leap. That takes Cody down once more. Fatu has never been afraid to use his own body as a weapon. Cody Rhodes now. Only reason he's standing on his soles is because Fatu brought him there. Oh, wait a minute. Quick sidestep by Cody. Pedigree! Cody Rhodes saw an opportunity and he took it. Unfortunately, referee Ron Zapata got a call it as he sees it. Jacob Fatu too close to the ropes. Rope break that time. Cody not able to go for the cover. But he definitely put a hurt on Fatu with that pedigree. And now Cody Rhodes starting to unload, just as he did a few moments ago. But can he capitalize this time? Now it's Jacob Fatu on a wobbly foundation. Cody Rhodes, crossbody, into the cover. Might have caught the Samoan Werewolf, not just yet. Only a 1 count that time. I don't even think Cody can believe it. Well, Cody realizes that Fatu may be hurt. Goes underneath, could have been setting up for the crossroads, but Jacob Fatu was ready for him. Cody wanted the kill shot. Fatu said, nuh-uh, not today. Samoan drop to the WWE Champion. And now on top, could be looking for that Samoan splash. Nobody home. No water in the pool. Crash and burn for Fatu. Well-timed reversal by the WWE Champion. And that Samoan splash could have been all she wrote. Cody Rhodes avoiding disaster at the last-ditch second, now bringing Jacob Fatu back to his feet. Oh, Fatu's still moving, still breathing. Now what a matchup this has been here between Rhodes and Fatu on Monday Night Raw, and Jacob Fatu just getting sent over the top rope to the outside, and Cody Rhodes all of a sudden is starting to mount a comeback. Eyes locked sharp of the Samoan werewolf at ringside. Oh, hang on here. Solo Sikoa in the ring, attacking Cody Rhodes and causing a disqualification. Oh, that sucks. Cody Rhodes now on the receiving end of a Samoan spike. Well, Cody gonna win this matchup via disqualification, but we saw The Rock talking to Solo earlier on, and you had to believe this is what The Rock was plotting. Uh-oh, we're not done yet. Cody's got some backup in the Royal Rumble match winner, CM Punk. Well, Punk has got plenty of history in recent months with the Bloodline as well. And the best in the world coming to the aid of the undisputed WWE Champion, the man who could potentially be his his WrestleMania opponent. CM Punk going after Solo Sikoa, after Solo, the Street Champ himself, sending this matchup into A-Wire. Well, all of a sudden, Solo and Punk have taken center stage, dead center of the ring here in San Jose, California, and the Royal Rumble match winner and Solo Sikoa are coming to blows. Again, Cody Rhodes defeats Jacob Fatu via disqualification here, but that doesn't mean the fight is over just yet. Solo dropping the WWE Champion with a Samoan spike, and if CM Punk's not careful, he could be next. We'll now go to the opposite side of the ring. Solo Sikoa and CM Punk fighting away at ringside here. The match is over, ladies and gentlemen. Things are just coming to blows here in San Jose, California. You'd think Solo would be focused on the Elimination Chamber matchup come Sunday. He's one of 6 men that will compete for a spot to challenge for the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania. Right now, CM Punk sending Solo Sikoa amidst the WWE Universe here in the SAP Center in San Jose, and the brawl is continuing. Again, Punk no stranger to the Bloodline in recent months. He was one of Cody's tag team partners back at Survivor Series. CM Punk squaring off with Solo Sikoa, surrounded by thousands upon thousands here in San Jose, California tonight. Oh, wait a minute here. At ringside, the final boss, The Rock, arriving behind Cody Rhodes, who is just starting to come to and chucking that steel chair at him. We'll see Punk and Solo Sikoa brawl to the backstage area. Cody Rhodes, however, starting to unload on the Great One glasses and all. Oh, we're getting a little preview of what is to come on Sunday night. Rock bottom to the WWE Champion. The Rock said earlier on that Elimination Chamber, he was going to put the hurt on Cody Rhodes like Cody's never felt before. Cody's getting a preview of it tonight. People's elbow by the High Chief. You could outline Cody's body in the middle of the ring if you wanted to. After a fight with Jacob Fatu, an attack by Solo Sikoa, and now being dropped by the final boss, we may be looking at the next undisputed WWE Champion. Sunday night at the Elimination Chamber, The Rock could finally get what he's been wanting for months. The WWE Championship coming back to the Bloodline. Will the final boss truly hold all the power? We find out at the Elimination Chamber.